Hey, what's going on, guys? Austin here. It's been a minute, but I'm back with another drum lesson. So in this one, I want to give you a pattern that I like to work on whenever I'm feeling a little bit sloppy, a little bit loose, if I haven't played for a while and I come back to the kit. So I think about this more like a facility builder, and it's what I like to call the Paradiddle Diddle turnaround. And I put it in the Creative Pad Patterns hand workout. If you haven't downloaded that, you can download it from the link below. But this is a really good pattern that forces you to develop both sides equally. It's what I like to call a symmetrical pattern. So the first bar is right hand lead, second bar is left hand lead, and it really forces you to develop the left side just as much as the right. So I really like these symmetrical patterns for just building general coordination and facility. So we're going to start with level 1. We're going to go through 3 different levels of advanced orchestrations. But to start off with, we're just going to do the hand pattern on the snare only. So the pattern itself is pretty simple. It's just 2 paradiddle diddles and a single paradiddle. So paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle. And then it switches to left hand lead. So paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle. And on the first note of each of those diddle combinations, you're going to accent it. So we're also going to keep a quarter note going with the left foot. This is extremely important. You have to do this, okay? So quarter note with the left foot, paradiddle diddle pattern with the hands, and with the accents, you want to try to get a rim shot popping on the hands, okay? So here's what that sounds like slow, and then I'll play it up to speed. All right, so that's level 1. You just want to get control over that. Make sure you're popping out those rim shots and all the other notes are pretty low and even, and make sure you're staying locked in with that pulse on the left foot, okay? Now level 2, we're going to start adding in some crash orchestrations, and we're going to keep the same exact pattern, but all the accents are now going to be on the crashes. So we got crash-a-diddle, diddle, crash-a-diddle, diddle, crash-a-diddle, and then left hand lead, crash-a-diddle, diddle, crash-a-diddle, diddle, crash-a-diddle. And whenever you hit the crashes, you're going to hit a kick underneath. Now, when you do this on the right side, feels pretty easy, pretty natural, but whenever you go into the left hand lead, it's a lot more awkward. I don't know why, even after playing for 25 years. When I hit that crash with the left foot and a kick underneath, it's hard to get that perfectly lined up. But this is one of the reasons why I like this pattern, is because it's hard. So let me show you this slow and then up to speed. All right, so that's level 2. Pretty tricky, but we're going to take it one step further, make it a little bit tougher. So for the last orchestration, we're going to do pretty much the same exact thing, but now we're going to add in some toms, which definitely kicks things up a notch. So now we're going to play crash tom diddle diddle, crash tom diddle diddle, crash tom diddle. And then left hand lead, crash tom diddle diddle, crash tom diddle diddle, crash tom diddle. So just adding these little toms in there forces you to move away from the snare drum, which just adds another layer of complexity. You're moving around a lot more, so it's like working your shoulders and your arms, and you're constantly trying to get back to the snare and keep those notes low and even. So it just makes everything harder, but it's a pretty cool pattern. It feels good to play. It's pretty fun, but it is difficult. So here's what that looks like: slow, then up to speed. All right, so that's the goal, is to get through that third orchestration and get it up to speed, nice and smoothed out as best you can. You can hear that I'm kind of out of breath. Just playing through it a few times at full speed is quite a workout, and it trains a lot of different things. You know, you're training your double strokes, moving up to the crashes, your left hand on the crash with the kick, keeping a pulse with the left foot. So it's speed, coordination, control, kind of everything all in one pattern. So start off pretty slow at like 80, 90 BPM. And then if you can work it up to like 150, 160, 170, that's definitely a pretty quick tick. So see how you guys get along with this. But hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.